Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this replay. We have Mutalisk up in the air fighting against those Zealots. Those Zealots pretty much running for their lives as they really have nowhere to go, as those Mutalisks are going to be faster than they are and then be able to get focused down. Joker running around on the inside of the space, probably realizing that thinking that he has a really strong economic advantage. Overseer going to quickly come in and drop a Changeling. So we'll see how that works. And we also have a couple Phoenixes being produced. So Joker getting Phoenixes in order to push back out. Also getting an additional Nexus in order to get an additional mineral line. DowmahZ already pretty much mining out this main mineral patch over here. And now we have a fair number of Mutalisks moving out. Poor Zealot doesn't activate that Xel'Naga Watchtower and quickly gets taken down. So Joker, all he really has is a couple Zealots and now trying to produce some additional Phoenixes. Those Phoenixes not using that Chrono Boost, and that really is an issue for Joker, as Joker should really be trying to use Chrono Boost to the best of that ability. But currently 4 Phoenixes against a very large number of Mutalisks. We'll see how this encounter really works out. Phoenix is quickly getting taken down by the focus fire of those Mutalisks. So not a very even trade-off and a fight here. Joker losing that last Phoenix, not using Chrono Boost, and that really is the issue. He could have gotten 2 to 3 now, finally using Chrono Boost in order to try to take down those additional units. Stalkers now coming in as well. The Stalkers are in fact upgraded in order to deal more damage towards the Mutalisk, as they have a higher base damage. Well, the one low hit point Mutalisk getting taken down, and now it's a single Phoenix against a single Mutalisk. Phoenix trying to back off away, trying to do a little bit of a hit and run, not really working, and now that final Joker's final Phoenix gonna quickly be able to take that out. Taking a look, more Mutalisks now coming in. Single Stalker not really engaging anything, and there is still a Changeling sitting in this space. 1 Mutalisk getting taken out, but 5 Mutalisks continuing to come in. More Chrono Boost being used in order to try to take down the rest of these units. 5 very low, or 5 Mutalisks now coming into play. Joker should really try to focus down, able to focus down one of those units. Going to try to focus down another one of those as that pylon's going to get destroyed. But I believe both of those targets are still going to be operational. Yeah, no. Those pylons are still operational as 2 or 3 Phoenixes now quickly come out, and those Mutalisks are going to be forced to pull back away. Well, both of them down to 1 hit point. Wow, 2 hit points, and that last Stalker able to continue to fight out even further. 2 Mutalisks going to get taken down once again. So DowmahZ pretty much losing on this fight now, as he's only sitting on a 700 mineral army compared to Joker's 1025. Also has that Graviton Beam. Zerglin sitting down over here. Taking a look, we have a couple of drones now moving back to this main mineral field over here. Perhaps should have been transferred toward this north side, as there's another hatchery off to that north side as well. Only 2 mineral patches being left behind. And yeah, 5 drones for 2 mineral patches. That's not oversaturation. Couple Zerglings down over here, so still unsure who's going to win at this stage in the game. Phoenix has 3 Phoenixes, a couple Stalkers, and a single Zealot. Taking a look back over here, I do not see any Changelings anymore, but taking a look at the Harvester count, 32 to 30, so still fairly even now, especially considering that DowmahZ does not have any high yield minerals. Now trying to mine out on this north side. I believe there's only 1 single queen. Actually, there's now 2 queens. Is there a queen here? Yeah, another queen over here, trying to be able to produce additional units. And now there's a fair number of larvae out and about. Taking a look back over here, we have Hydralisk now coming in. Not using that Creep Tumor though. Perhaps that Creep Tumor was taken down earlier. Hydralisk once again moving back out. We have a couple Mutalisks, a couple Hydralisks, and a couple Zerglings going to be trying to push out onto this main base over here. DowmahZ sitting on a very sizable army, 1550 against Joker's 1750. We do in fact have 2 photon cannons. We'll see how those photon cannons are going to work. Those Immortals should try to stay as close to those photon cannons as possible, so those photon cannons can clean up those Zerglings as the Immortals try to focus down perhaps those roaches. But taking a look at this army, there are no roaches, so it's just going to be Hydralisk. So that is going to be a very difficult fight for those Immortals to take down those Hydralisks. Hydralisks are a good counter towards roaches, as they deal 12 damage, barely activating the overshield, and then secondly having a very high rate of attack. Also, they are not armored. Taking a look, Phoenix is going to quickly get shot down, but going to lose a single Mutalisk in the process. So 1 Mutalisk versus 1 additional Mutalisk versus Phoenixes, trying to perhaps focus in. Very nice micro coming in from Joker. Joker doing a little bit of a hit and run tactic, but those Hydralisks, too much for those units. In come a couple Stalkers, and in come a couple Immortals as well, trying to focus down more units. Joker perhaps going to do a Graviton Beam to try to pick up. No, not using a Graviton Beam to pick up any of those units. Perhaps doesn't want to, as the Mutalisk army will be able to focus it down. Yeah, so 1 Hydralisk getting focused down. The rest of those Stalkers coming in. Zerglings now trying to come in as well. Mutalisk trying to come back over, but now Mutalisk perhaps is going to engage against that single Phoenix. a single Phoenix quickly getting destroyed, but the rest of those units coming back around. Now we have more Hydralisks coming in. Those Hydralisks dealing more damage towards those Stalkers, and those Stalkers against those Hydralisks. Units trying to run back away, but really, really bad misplay by Joker. Joker's going to lose a lot of these units in this position, losing an additional Stalker, and now also losing a single Mutalisk. Units is fighting back and forth, Hydralisk and Mutalisk, still not spawning any additional creep tumors as those Hydralisks trying to once again reinforce that field. Taking a look at the income right now, income of Joker is sitting at about 1,000, while DowmahZ sitting at 900 as this high yield mineral has already been mined out. Taking a look back in the center of the map, a dozen and a half, or a little bit more than a dozen Hydralisks currently in the field, and now we have a Mutalisk coming in and trying to take down, perhaps just take down that single pylon. If he's able to take down that pylon, down goes 5 cannons. That Mutalisk is going to get killed though, as those cannons are going to get warped into position, and Phoenix is going to quickly re-engage. Yeah, and there it goes. So Joker now grabbing the natural high ground expansion outside his base. Probably needs to get an additional pylon right in here in order to make sure that single pylon is not taken down, thereby deactivating 5 cannons. Taking a look, no additional upgrades. I do not see any upgrades for any of the Zerg units. No armor upgrades, no attack single attack upgrades on the glaive worms of those Mutalisks. Meanwhile, Joker has no upgrades anywhere to be seen, even though he does in fact have a forge, as there's so many cannons. Yeah, no upgrades right here. Everything's still at level 0 essentially. Hydralisk now trying to come in. Hydralisk going to be pushing in, and a couple Phoenixes on the side. The Phoenixes should probably just start lifting up units and then just start trying to focus down some of those additional Hydralisks. Those Phoenixes should really just start pushing, or just trying to destroy Hydralisk, as it doesn't really make sense to pick it up and not try to shoot it down. Once again, cannons in position. We do in fact have a Sentry. Sentry was not able to activate its overshield, as those Stalkers continue to focus down a little bit more. Probes coming off the line, trying to fight back against those Hydralisks, but still those Hydralisks, and now once again getting picked back up as one of those Phoenixes trying to shoot down the rest of those units. But wow, those Hydralisks once again being forced to get pushed back, and Joker sitting does not have any additional Graviton beams to try to focus down those units. The Graviton beam able to pick up those Hydralisks, and then those Phoenixes with that damage versus light, dealing a 10 or 20 damage per shot towards those Hydralisks, while those Hydralisks are immobilized. Stalkers once again trying to perhaps engage. Going to go ahead and focus down one of these Hydralisks down to 2111, gonna get focused down. Down it goes. But while those Hydralisks shooting so much more quickly, able to focus down more of these units, we have a single Zealot trying to do a little bit of a hit and run tactic, able to Hydralisk doing a little bit of a hit and run tactic. So DowmahZ just spamming more and more Hydralisk, able to just push into this base. Gonna take down this last Nexus, this Nexus over here. So Joker's only mining out of this one particular Nexus over here, but he still has plenty of energy, plenty of ability to chrono boost. Not sure why he's still producing Immortals, as Immortals are not the units to produce at this stage in the game. You really want Colossus with that range upgrade, as those Hydralisks generally group together, and those Immortals are only going to be doing 20 damage, as opposed to a Colossus dealing essentially 40 damage after the debuff that they recently received. But those Hydralisks just moving and hitting, moving and firing, you're going to be able to take down a lot of these units over here. One of those Immortals down to 2 hit points. A single cannon trying to fight back. A single Zealot quickly getting focused down. No weapons upgrade, but still that's an amazing 12 times what, 14. My math is not that good. 144 plus 24 is what, 168. So 168 damage, quickly taking down a Zealot. Now once again, the cannons trying to fire back, and Joker says GG. DowmahZ says GG as well. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay here from Kulas Ravine. And this was one of those replays that viewers sent to me to try to shoutcast. And once again, want to thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for listening.